Last class we saw in our video that the basic economic problem was limited resources when compared to unlimited human wants, and economic actors or economic agents were the groups of people who have the basic economic problem. So who are the economic actors or economic agents? Individuals, firms and households. So what do these economic actors do? They get together and create a system. What's that system referred to as? That system is referred to as an economy, and that economy is handed over to the government. Now, once the economy is handed over to the government, it's the government's responsibility to create a suitable economic model to manage the basic economic problem. So, government's responsibility is what? To create a suitable economic model to manage the basic economic problem. So, how does the government create it? In order to create it, the government has to answer 3 questions. So, here I have written, the government has to answer 3 questions in order to create a suitable economic model. So, what are the 3 questions? What to produce, how to produce, to whom to produce and how to distribute. So, in the question what to produce, the government has to answer what types of goods does its citizens want in order to be happy. For example, in a country where there are a lot of elderly people, that is about 50-60 years of age, we cannot produce entertainment parks. The government has to produce mostly medicines. So, those are the products that the government has to cater to. Okay? The next question is how to produce. Now, in this question, the government has to answer the questions of whether is it going to use labor intensive production methods or capital intensive production methods. What is labor intensive production methods? Labor intensive production methods means using laborers, while capital intensive production methods means using machineries. For countries like India, since they have a huge population, they can use labor intensive production methodologies. But for countries like Australia, where there is a very low population, they have to consider using capital intensive production methodologies, that is production methodologies using machineries. Okay, then the third question is to whom to produce and how to distribute. How to distribute? How is the government going to distribute these goods and services to its public? So, this is the most important question, how to distribute. Now, the government has 2 alternative extremes in order to distribute the products. The 2 alternative extremes are either the free market model or the communist model. Now, what is the free market model? In the free market model, the government allows the private people to distribute the goods and services to the public. That is, private companies will be allowed to own the factors of production, that is, own the land, labor and capital, and produce goods and services and distribute it to the public. While in a communist system, or we call it in a command economy, it is the government who owns the factors of production, that is land, labor and capital, and it's the government which distributes the goods and services to the public. So there are 2 alternative models. What are the 2 alternative models the government can choose? Either the free market model, where it's 100% private ownership, and or the communist model, where it is 100% government ownership. Thank you guys.